Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. Yes, but they know that the Western way of life is different because all the money is owned by old people. Everyone who is retired and has a lot of money controls the whole system. It means that all of their assets are worth 75% less than they were. This means that the country's wealth is gone. Bitcoin bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to understand. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We'd also like to thank everyone who put their trust in us. We read all of your comments, and the best part is that it's free. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. In today's movie, Raoul Pal talks about what Bitcoin will do in the future. People are arguing about whether it could go through the roof and hit $1 million or crash and burn. I don't disagree, which is my main point. Glad you asked. If they're debasing the currency, which means the value of assets goes down by 90%, then assets can't go up, even though the value of the currency is going down. They went to the stock market. You know that the bolivar goes up and the dollar goes down, right? So, in conclusion, the lesson they learned in 2008 is that we can backstop the whole thing by quickly debasing the currency. If your collateral keeps going up, your bills don't seem so bad anymore. Okay, magic. You already know it's not magic, it's just a trick. It's not magic, they're just stealing from you in a different way. Okay, this has happened before. In the 1940s and 1950s, this is exactly what took place. Saddled with massive bills after World War II. The big countries did the same thing. Repression of the economy. The best way to control the yield curve is to buy government bonds. We've seen that they keep interest rates low. They made money out of thin air. The value of the loan had also dropped over time. And they were able to make an efficiency miracle which caused the GDP to grow. You don't know it, but you are being killed. It all took place already. It has begun. That's what everyone is waiting for. Everything is 90% less valuable. It's not possible. It's not going to happen because everything took place in 2008. The world stopped in 2008. It all went wrong with debt. So we could pay for it. We had to have a debt jubilee where all government loans around the world were erased and set back to zero. Rates have been low. Then, we've been using all of the central bank's balance sheets to pay the interest on debt from earlier cycles. We've talked about this everything code theory. To pay off our bills, we are printing more money, which is called debasement. It didn't work in 2008. Following that, the Basel I agreements changed the way the financial system worked. These agreements made banks give less and hold more treasuries. Why? Treasuries will be easy to come by in large amounts. The whole thing. It's broken, and everyone knows it. It broke. What's going on now? To really break down 90%, it would have to be 1929 all over again. You should be able to see it. You're not getting it. The value of the currency is going down by 15% a year. It all adds up to a huge loss of money. It's in a tax that you can't see. 15% a year debasement is easier than 15% tax hikes, which are publicly unpopular but necessary to pay off the debt. Because creating money makes the value of the currency go down. It's your job to pay it. We all have to pay it. At the recent Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, Tennessee, Bitwise's chief investment officer Matt Hogan says he learned one very important thing. He heard several important U.S. leaders support Bitcoin were not confident enough. In a post on July 31st, Hogan said that some recent promises made by these U.S. leaders have made him rethink what Bitcoin can do. Trump, a Republican candidate and former president, said he would set up a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming said she would introduce a Bitcoin reserve bill to help fix the country's $35 trillion debt crisis. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an independent candidate for president, said he would have the U.S. Treasury buy 500 Bitcoin every day until at least 4 million Bitcoin are present. These thoughts would have been just dreams a year ago. But based on what I saw last week, they seem more likely than not, Hogan said. Not long ago, FTX was going down because of a fake Bitcoin was worth $17,000 and doubters were dancing on the grave of crypto. It's now common for lawmakers to talk about building a Bitcoin Fort Knox. Hogan didn't say what he thought the price would be, but Michael Saylor, who created MicroStrategy's Bitcoin investment strategy, thought it would hit $13 million before 2045. This was announced at the Bitcoin 2024 conference. His price prediction for the bull case was even higher, at $49 million. This was close to Vanek's recent prediction that Bitcoin could hit $52 million by 2050. Bitcoin has lost more than 8% since it almost hit $70,000 on July 29th. It is still 13.4% below its all-time high of $73,737, which it hit on March 14th. If I'm right, and AI plus robots equals endless productive units, and you can see how quickly it's coming, you have no idea what the economy will be like after 2030. That's what's wrong with me. When we're going over the cliff of death, I don't worry about it. I found an asset that I can use to invest in crypto or buy technology. This is making up for the mess caused by the debasement, so I'm good. Also, it's hard to explain what the hell an economy is after 2030 when AI, robots, and AGI are everywhere. What is a business? What do you or I bring to that world that is valuable? We sit there and talk to people about it and think about it, but you and I are both working on AI tools that will give us a digital Tom and a digital Ralph. We won't even have to be there for them to do a good job. Are these things something we're both working on, but are we just going to copy again? Nick Boston, who is a leading thinker on this topic at Oxford University and wrote the popular book about where the future is going, is the person you should talk to about this. There's an economics group there that cares about the same things I do. Like, if this is true, you could double the world's GDP in a week or a year. What do businesses mean when they talk about AI? I think that OpenAI is using AGI to build its own AI, which is why they're iterating so quickly with, 500 people? What they're doing is fucking crazy. How fast they're going through it. It's something I've never seen before. Even Elon Musk says. I've never seen anything like this before. This moves faster and faster as we have more AI to build AI in companies. To answer your question, the blast might happen the other way around. It's not likely to be the business falling apart. It could be that the business is going through so much trouble that we don't know how to handle it. What do people mean? What do we do? We've talked about all of this before. I worry about a lot of different things. I don't worry about the economy going down the drain because I know how they handle it. They've pretty much set the rules. That will help me make money. Okay, that's fine. This other part, that's the tough part. That's even scarier. There are already pairs of Donald Trump's limited edition orange stickers with Bitcoin themes for sale on eBay. People who want to make a quick buck are trying to sell their pre-order spot for as much as $2,000. 12 pairs of the Bitcoin orange high tops are for sale on eBay at the moment. As low as $700 can be bid on during a live auction, or the item can be bought for the best price. One offer made a pricey joke of $69,999. The shoes went on sale just a few days after Trump's speech at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville on July 25th. He promised to build a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Which means that if he were elected again, the US government would never sell any of the $12 billion in confiscated Bitcoin it has on hand. In the past few years, Trump has changed his mind about Bitcoin. In 2021, the former president said that Bitcoin was a scam and that he was not interested in cryptocurrencies because they were not worth anything compared to the US dollar. But very quickly at the start of this year, Trump changed his mind and